Hey guys, welcome to this week's Coffee with Connie. I'm sorry I didn't put out a video last week, but I am a nurse as well. I'm an RN, and I have been working some hectic hours at the hospital. Plus, on top of that, as you can hear, I've been kind of stopped up with this sinus mess. So, but I promise to make it up to you this week. It won't be that long. We're just going to go over a few things that I've had some questions about. Okay. So, first of all, I have on my Alice ears that I told you guys about. I have my playing cards painting the roses red, and I've got Alice over here with the color of her dress. And of course, it wouldn't be an Alice in Wonderland set of ears if I didn't have the Mad Hatter with the 10 and 6 pence. When I went to eat at 1900 Park Fair for breakfast, Alice and the Mad Hatter loved my ears. Alice came up and she looked, she said, "Oh, the last time I tried to paint the roses red, I almost lost my head. You haven't seen the Queen around, have you?" So we played into that really well. And the Mad Hatter loved my little hat. He said I was the only one that everyone else wore t-shirts with all the other people, all the other princesses and Alice and Snow White. And why wasn't he important enough to have anything paid homage to him? And so I showed him my hat, and he was very happy. And like I said, he proclaimed me the maddest of them all in all the restaurants. So I was so happy. Like I said, 1900 Park Fair is a great place to eat. We will be going there this year too. Okay, so just a few things. Of course, I'm using my Alice cup again. So this is going to be probably my staple for my Coffee with Connie episodes. All right, so Disney has sent me a lot of different great information. So I have a lot of different brochures and postcards and all kinds of stuff. And I'm looking to start going to like little like cons and craft fairs and things. I did order a banner, like I said in my first video. Yay! So I'll have my banner, and I have a yard sign and all kinds of stuff, because even though I have, actually a full-time job and a PRN job as an RN, this is not considered a job to me. This is so much fun. I love talking about Disney. I love planning vacations. When you ask me for a quote, I don't send you one quote. I send you 5 or 6, because I want to get you the best deal possible, because I want to get everybody to Disney. I want to get a budget for everybody. So the last person I gave a quote to, she was like, "I did not realize it was that affordable. So can you add 2 more people to that reservation?" So it is. It's really affordable. The only way you'll know is to contact me so we can get you going. Okay. So we're talking about park tickets today. There's 3 different park tickets. You have your base park ticket. You have your park hopper ticket, and you have your park hopper with plus option. Okay, first of all is your park hopper. Your basic park ticket. So your basic park ticket is you go in, you either scan your card, or if you're staying on property, you scan your Magic Band, and you get into 1 park per day. So there's 4 parks. There's Magic Kingdom, there's Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom. So you can pick 1 park to go to a day. You can go out and enter as many times as you want to, but just 1 park. You can't go to different parks. If you wanted to do what we do and go to the different parks, that's your park hopper option. Park hopper option it is a little bit more money, but it's worth it to us, because if we want to spend the first half of the day when it's cool, and while the animals are circulating around at Animal Kingdom before it gets too hot, then we start at Animal Kingdom. We'll do what we want to do there, and then we might have dinner reservations at Epcot. So we'll get on a bus and we'll go to Epcot, or get on the tram and go to Epcot, and the monorail, and go to Epcot and spend some time at Epcot and eat some dinner, and then say we haven't seen Fantasmic at Hollywood Studios. So we can get on a bus, go to Hollywood Studios, watch Fantasmic. So your park hopper option is you can visit as many parks as you want to a day, as many times as you want. One day, my family last trip, our last day there, they wanted to kind of rest. So they wanted to stay at the resort, in which the Disney resorts are beautiful. They have pools, and we'll get into that later. But the Disney resorts are beautiful. So if you want to stay at the resort, it's not like you're going to be bored. They have so much to do at the resorts. They have movie night and all kinds of stuff. So, but I didn't. I wanted to go, and I wanted to see the parks. So I went to our little bus stop that was near our resort, and I got on the first bus that got there, which was Epcot. So I got on the Epcot bus, and I went to Epcot, and I rode Test Track, and I rode Soarin', and I stopped and I used one of my snack credits to get me a Starbucks drink, which my drink is a venti white mocha frappuccino with 2 or 3 different shots in it, and that's all covered by one snack credit. So I stopped and got me a Starbucks. And then I walked around Epcot for a little bit because when we go in August and September, the Food and Wine Festival is going on, which is another thing that is so awesome. So I walked around and looked at that, and then I said, well, let me see what fast passes are open at Hollywood Studios. Okay, so I looked on my Disney Experience app. I found that there was a fast pass open for Rock and Roller Coaster. So I fast passed myself, got on a bus, and went to Hollywood Studios. Scanned my Magic Band, rode Rock and Roller Coaster, rode Tower of Terror, got me a churro with my snack credit, and I said, I wonder what fast passes are available for Magic Kingdom. So I got on my Disney Experience app, and I looked, and I said, oh, meet Mickey in Town Square. That is your talking Mickey Mouse. So I fast passed myself to meet Mickey Mouse. So I got there. I went in by myself. Mickey did a card trick for me. He was so awesome. And we talked and we had us a good old time, and I took pictures. And by that time it was ready to go to dinner. So I got on a bus, went back to our resort, and went to dinner. So I could do anything I wanted because I had my park hopper option. Okay, so I love park hopper. Park hopper is for me. Might not be for you if you just want to go to one, if you have small children and can't hop from park to park to park. But it's good for us because we don't have to plan which parks we want to be at, because we can go to any parks we want to on any day. So when we want to make our dinner reservations, we just make them for where we want to eat. That way we can go. It doesn't matter what park we're at. So we love park hopper. Never done the Park Hopper Plus option yet. Park Hopper Plus option is Disney has 2 water parks. They have Typhoon Lagoon and they have Blizzard Beach. And guys, they have some, I've watched YouTube videos, they have some of the greatest water slides you could ever want. And they are so fun. Blizzard Beach looks like it's covered in snow. They've just done some refurbishments to both, so they're both looking brand new. There's new attractions. They are really cool, really pretty. So your Park Hopper with Plus option is you get the water parks as well. So if you're staying at Disney for 7 days, and you get 7 credits that you can go to the water parks. So if you want to stay at Disney for 10 days, okay, and you want to go to the parks for 6 days, then you got that last 4 days where you can just spend your days at the water parks. You know, you can go to Magic Kingdom till noon and go to Typhoon Lagoon till they close. So if you like the water parks, get your Park Hopper with the Plus option. And also with the Plus option, if you play golf, you get a round of golf. And then Disney has 2 mini golf courses, and you get a round of mini golf each of those. So you not only get the water parks, you get some golf too, guys. So if you like golf, Park Hopper option, the Plus option, do that one. I want to talk about Disney Transportation. Disney Transportation, if you're staying on property, you don't ever have to move your car. As a matter of fact, in 2015, when I first went to Disney World, the car stayed parked so long, we couldn't get it started because the battery was drained because it sat so long, we never used it. So, because if you're staying on property, you have different bus stops at your resort. When you check into your resort, they will provide you a map and tell you, you're here, here's the little trail, here's the bus stop closest to you. And there's always one at the front. So if you think it's too far away here, you can always drive around to the front and use that one. But there's buses that go to Disney Springs and to all 4 parks. And they have these monitors, these TVs up there, and it has like the little icon for all the different parks in Disney Springs, and it tells you when the next bus is coming, so you don't have to guess. And you just wait there, and when you get to the parks or Disney Springs, they have the bus stops. It looks just like a bus stop stall, and they're just lined up, and they have big signs to tell you which resort you need to, what number is which resort. So say you're staying at Port Orleans Riverside. Port Orleans Riverside is, say, 26. You find the bus stop with the number 26 and you wait there and they'll take you back to your resort. Also, if you stay at Port Orleans Riverside or Port Orleans French Quarter, they have this little boat. It's so cool. That's one reason why we love staying at the Port Orleans, is because it takes you to Disney Springs. And you go like the back way, so it's not a place you would see if you drive there or take the bus. It's like a kind of behind the scenes, and the captains, they do these little corny jokes for the kids and like the little pirate jokes, and they have some really good information also about the resorts and Disney Springs area. And when you get to Disney Springs, they have the little boats to take you to different places, because Disney Springs is big. So they have different stops at Disney Springs, and you can get on the little boat and go to the little stops. So that's one good thing about staying at Port Orleans, because you have the little boat to take you to Disney Springs. The monorail. We love the monorail. We ride the monorail every time we go. They have a monorail that goes from the deluxe resorts. Those are monorail stops. Like the Contemporary monorail goes straight through it. Okay, so you can, when you ride the monorail, you go through the Contemporary, and it's so pretty. So you can ride the monorail there, but you can also ride the monorail back and forth between Epcot and Magic Kingdom. Now, if you drive, Magic Kingdom itself does not have a parking lot. You have to park at the Ticket and Transfer Center, and that is between Magic Kingdom and Epcot. Okay, so you'll get on the monorail to go either way, and then when you go from either one, when you go back and forth, you always stop right there in the middle and change monorails. Okay, so it's not a straight shot usually. You have to stop at the Ticket and Transfer Center. So if you're looking to park at Magic Kingdom, you'll park at the Ticket and Transfer Center. At Epcot, Animal Kingdom, and Hollywood Studios, they have their own parking lots. Magic Kingdom's the only one that doesn't. And that it's really full all the time. And I have to tell you a funny story, and Jason is going to kill me. Let me get a drink of coffee first. We went by ourselves in 2016. And at night, after the fireworks, the bus stalls get pretty full. So you have to wait a while. Well, there's this little boat that goes between Magic Kingdom and the Wilderness Lodge. And we eat at the Whispering Canyon Cafe and Wilderness Lodge. So there was no wait. So Jason's like, hey, let's just go to the Wilderness Lodge and catch the bus to one of the other parks, and then maybe it won't be as full, and then we can just go catch the bus to our resort. Maybe it won't be as full. So I was like, okay, that's great. Well, while we're on this little boat going to the Wilderness Lodge, I'm on my phone looking at my Disney experience. It's like 11 o'clock. So Jason, Epcot closed at 9. So we're thinking, holy crap, what are we going to do? I said, we just ride the boat back. Let's just ride the little boat back to Magic Kingdom. Well, guess what? They weren't going back to Magic Kingdom. So us fools, we had to go to the front desk and tell them what we did. And let me tell you, Disney's customer service is unparalleled. There is no one that gives you better customer service than Disney cast members, okay? They didn't even laugh at us, which we were laughing at ourselves, and I expected them to at least snicker. No way. You know what they did? They gave us a voucher for a cab and had a cab take us to the Ticket and Transfer Center to get our car. So I thought that was so cool that they did that. And they were like, you remember, come stay with us. So, you know, you can't go wrong at Disney. They are so sweet. And to this day, I've not let Jason live that down. I have not. Every time we go to Disney, I'm like, oh, we're not doing that again. And he's like, come on, please. It's been 2 years. I'm like, never. So the monorails are fun. The buses are fun. The little boats are fun. There's also a ferry. They have a ferry that'll take you to Magic Kingdom from the Ticket and Transfer Center. And that's cool. We've ridden, I mean, I make it a point just to do every single transportation area while we're there. I do every single different kind of transportation. That way I can say I've done them all. And the ferry's really fun. So if your kids like the water, you know, it's a real slow little ride, and you can see Cinderella's castle in the distance while you're going. It's beautiful. It's such a great Polaroid or Kodak moment. It's so cool because it's sitting up there and you're just getting closer and closer. And if you've never been to Magic Kingdom, your heart starts, or if you have, my heart just starts fluttering. I know where I'm going. So the ferry's really fun. Um, Magical Express. If you're flying into the Florida area to what the airport is MCO, it's Orlando. There is, if you're staying at a resort on property, I can book you Disney's Magical Express to take you to and from the airport for free. So they'll come pick you up at the airport and bring you and all your luggage. You'll get special luggage tags. They collect all your luggage and everything for you, and they'll take you to the resort. And then they'll put a little tag on your door on when it's time to check out. I know it's so sad. We don't even want to talk about checkout, do we? So when it's time to leave, they'll put a little tag on your door, and they'll take you back to the airport, and that's for free. So that's called Disney's Magical Express, and we can book that when we book your reservation. So that way you'll get your luggage tags, okay? So don't forget about that. Disney's Magical Express, you don't have to use a rental car. You go to and from the airport. You go from the airport to your resort, and you take all the forms of Disney transportation to where you need to go, and you never need a car. So that saves you money on a rental car, right? Right. Okay. Pools at Disney, we always take a couple of days and enjoy our resort. The resorts have more than one pool. They have your main pool to where they have different dance parties and games and stuff. And then around the resort, there's the smaller pools that you can go to. So we always take a resort day and play in the pools and just walk around the resorts. Guys, the resorts are beautiful. The grounds are immaculate. Last time we stayed at Port Orleans French Quarter last year, you know, I'm up at the butt crack of dawn waiting to get on a bus to go to Disney, to go to one of the parks, right? So every time I'd walk, I'd say good morning to all the guys that were watering the trees and the flowers and sweeping and everything. And they will sweep, when they sweep up the leaves and stuff, they'll make like Mickey heads with the leaves. And I mean, they're so talented. I just love Disney cast members. They are all so talented, and they just make you feel like you're at home while you're there. So the grounds at the resorts are just beautiful. Fast passes. I talked about fast passes. I'm making little notes while I'm going here, guys. Your fast passes, your Fast Pass Plus. With ticket purchase, you don't have to stay on property. You don't have to stay at a Good Neighbor Hotel, which we'll talk about Good Neighbor Hotels. Let me write that down. Fast passes. Fast passes are like reserving your rides in advance. Okay? Some of the parks have like a tier 1 and tier 2 fast pass, and like at Epcot, Test Track and Soarin' are both on the same tier, so you can only fast pass one of those at a time. Because what you're going to do is, before you get there, we're going to reserve you 3 rides in advance, and I'm going to give you an hour time slot. Okay, so go anytime in this hour and scan your Magic Band or your card and go on your ride. You don't have to stand in line. So it's a fast pass. Once you're done with those 3, you can either get on the My Disney experience on your phone. Okay, on your smartphone. It's awesome. You can do everything there. You can pre-order. You can pre-order your meals. You can make different fast passes. You can check your dining balances. You can check everything. And you can either get on your phone and reserve your next ride. You can do them one at a time after that. Or they have little kiosks at all the parks, and you just go up and scan your band or your card, and you reserve from there. So that way, hopefully, you won't have to stand in line all day long. You just go up and scan your band and go on. And some of them have single rider lines, Test Track, I think Rock and Roller Coaster. They have single rider lines to where if you don't need to sit with your party, like when I went by myself, there wasn't a fast pass available, I could have gotten in a single rider line and just went on the ride. Because a lot, like Test Track is a 3 and 3, so a lot of people are 2, so you can get on really quick on the single rider line. So that's real easy to do. We're gonna pre-plan your rides, and I do that for you. I do that for you. So I make your dining reservations, I do your fast passes, and then I'll show you how to reserve the rest while you're there. I mentioned my Disney experience. Like I said, it's on your phone. You can look at wait times for rides. You can schedule your fast passes. You can schedule your dining. Say you want to look and see what's around you for your quick service. You want to see what's around you. So you can look, and there's a map, and you can see what's around you as far as quick service restaurants, and you can look up menus and see if you want to eat there. And if you don't have the dining plan, there's prices too. So you can see if it's in your budget. So My Disney Experience is a great app to have. It has so much information. Like I said, if you're on the dining plan, you can also look up your dining credits and see how many credits you have left. And you can pre-order your food on the restaurants that you can order in advance. Good Neighbor Hotels. Now, if you don't want to stay on Disney property, a cheaper option is a Disney Good Neighbor Hotel, which they have to be approved by Disney. And there's only a select few. There's about a handful that I can book for you, but they are cheaper. Some of them have transportation to the parks. Okay, so I just booked a Good Neighbor Hotel, a Best Western Lake Buena Vista. They have shuttle service every 30 minutes to and from the parks from the hotel, but they don't have shuttle service from the airport. So for 6 people, the shuttle service is like $140, $150 to and from the airport. So I can't get you Magical Express, but I can help you find a shuttle to and from the airport, to your hotel. Another thing that doesn't come with the Good Neighbor Hotels is your magic bands. If you want a magic band, you can buy those separately. So that's always an option, but you'll get a card. But to me, keeping up with a card, I don't want to take anything in the parks. So keeping up with a card's not for me when I can put something on my wrist that looks like a watch. So you don't get a magic band. Magic band's not included. The dining plans, the only plan that's offered is a quick service card, in which it's a $40 limit per day per person. And not all of your quick service restaurants take this card. And this is the first time I have come into sell this card with a Disney stay. So I'm trying to get more information. There's not a whole lot of information out there. I don't even think there's a list of restaurants that actually take this thing. I called Disney on our travel agent line, and they just said before your guests order, just make sure they ask if they take this card. Okay, but it's a $40 per day per person limit on the card, in which quick services are $13, $14. So you're gonna have plenty of money to eat on with the card. And also, my guests were staying like 12 days, 13 days, and the maximum number of days I can get this card for is 10. And like I said, I'm still getting some information. I think the balances carry over. I've been told it's kind of like a gift card, that the balance just keeps getting loaded. So it might carry over, but I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm doing more research on this thing, and hopefully I'll have more information if someone needs to book a Good Neighbor Hotel with the quick service dining card. The last thing I want to do, like I said, we're going to keep it to about 30 minutes this week, hopefully, is a price increase. On February the 21st, there will be a price increase. I have called Disney, and it is verified. On February 21st, if you have a package, which is room and tickets, with Disney Resorts or a Good Neighbor Hotel, the price will go up. So if you put down a $200 deposit with me, or with any travel agent, okay, I'm not saying with me, I'd love for you to book with me, but I just want to get you guys to Disney, right? So if you put down a $200 deposit, that will lock in the current price, and you will not be subject to the price increase. I did ask the cast member that I spoke with on the Disney line what if a promotion comes out and my clients have not gotten in on a promotion, can I add that? He said absolutely, but he did not know if that would be, the package will be subject to the price increase then. So I'm still getting information on that too. We'll know more right before the price increase. I look to be getting an email or something about it, but let's get your at least your current prices locked in before the 21st. Let's just, $200 fully refundable. If you guys book a trip and put down your $200 and then decide, hey, we're not going to go, or something happens and you can't go. I'm sorry, I have been making ears. I've been making some more Mickey ears for myself, and I've been playing with glitter, and I think I have glitter on my eye. Okay. And but if you decide that y'all can't go or something happens, and you call me, we cancel, and you get your $200 back. So even if you're thinking about going to Disney, let's get these prices locked in, because I don't know how much of an increase it's going to be. So let's get you locked in at current prices. Current prices are awesome. Okay. So let's get you booked. Let's get you to Disney. If I haven't I just kind of hit on a number of things tonight, because I keep getting emails about, you talk about this and talk about that. Can you talk about that more? So I made my list on different questions I've been getting. And the main one was the Magical Express. A lot of people were wondering how they get from the airport if they don't want to rent a car. Well, there you go. You got your Disney transportation and your Magical Express. And once you see that Magical Express, you know you're going to Disney. So it's awesome. If there's something else I haven't hit on, I think next week we're going to do Universal Studios. I got my mini dress. You see, it's so cute. So that's going to be my dress when we go to the Yachtsman, and then we have a semi-formal night on our cruise, and I'm going to wear it. I'm going to order a little petticoat and stuff to go under it. It's like perfectly mini. It's so cute. I'm so excited. But I think we're going to do Universal next week. I love Universal Studios. I've had several inquiries about Universal. I've got some great Universal brochures. I've got some great SeaWorld brochures. Blue Man Group. Oh my gosh, y'all know the Blue Man Group. They're at Universal Studios. So I've got information on that. I've got just information on everything. So if you guys have any questions, y'all let me know. If there's something you want me to cover, let me know. Other than that, you guys have a Disney day, and I'll see you next week.